breaking down the most up-to-date list of the top 10 most overpowered weapons in Black Ops 6 Zombies Season 4. This will include a full breakdown of the gun's meta build in the Gunsmith that I've spent hours testing across dozens of high-round games. So if you find this video useful at all, then let me and YouTube know by clicking the thumbs up button down below. And if you disagree or have other weapon suggestions in the comments, then please let me know. But kicking off, we're starting with what is undoubtedly the best gun in the game right now, that being the Greg Akimbo pistols. These got a massive buff in Season 4 and are now absolutely meta in Black Ops 6 Zombies. When it comes to boss fight killers, just when you think you've seen it all, this comes in and takes the top spot. Against Patient 13, this is absolutely ridiculous. Clearing the first phase of Patient 13 in a blink and you miss it moment. They can take out normal zombies and boss zombies in a matter of seconds, and each pistol has 180 bullets per magazine, giving you 360 bullets per reload. These are the highest damage per second weapon in the game currently, and you can see this when you take it against the Guardian, destroying armor in a matter of moments, deleting the health bar so incredibly quick that you can complete the first phase again in a matter of seconds. In the Tombs boss fight, I haven't seen anything take down the Sentinel artifacted elite zombies quite like this, where it literally just drops them. Absolutely unbelievable, and these things will easily take you to round 55. The only downside is that you will be going through ammo quicker than anything you've ever gone through before in this game. So this isn't necessarily a weapon you would solely use to get to round 55 onwards, as you will be buying ammo for this thing so frequently. But as a secondary weapon in your back pocket with a wonder weapon as your primary, everything in the game is just going to become so easy to take out. So jumping into loadout, you want to run this with the monolithic suppressor, the extended mag 3, Akimbo Greg stock, steady aim laser, and then rapid fire, where combined with double tap is just going to be a monster. Arguably, the other weapon tied for best weapon in the game that got a massive buff in Season 3 is the Maelstrom shotgun. This is still an absolute monster and without doubt one of, if not the best weapon in the game as well. Speed in which it takes down Patient 13 is just disgusting. It is also a fantastic choice for the Guardian boss fight, although doesn't quite as quickly delete Guardian as the Greg Hovers. It is absolutely insane in the Tomb boss fight, which replaces the ASG as the shotgun meta for this map, and it is also absolutely fantastic against the Z-Rex in Shattered Veil. The speed at which this thing shoots is just outright disgusting, making it one of the easiest weapons in the game to use, with 28 bullets in a magazine that will just fire so quick. And not only is this the ultimate boss fight weapon, but it's also incredibly usable still at the health cap of round 55, just straight up deleting normal zombies, armored zombies, and bosses. This really is the ultimate weapon in Black Ops 6 Zombies. Jumping into loadout, you want to run this with the modified choke, CHF barrel, Ranger foregrip, extended mag 2, quick draw grip, balanced stock, tactical laser, and rapid fire. Another weapon that is joint first for the best weapon in the game is the Strider 22 pistol. Season 4 added a brand new attachment in the Rivals event which turns it into a 3-round burst. This 3-round burst attachment is so powerful that it makes the gun shoot faster than the fully auto version with rapid fire attached. And these pistols akimbo just absolutely melt everything in sight. Against boss fights like the Guardian on Citadel Daymore, this destroys the armor quicker than the Greg pistols and rivals the Maelstrom for just how insanely powerful it is. It also deletes Patient 13 and the Terminus boss fight extremely quickly, absolutely clearing all phases of the boss fight with no trouble at all. And whilst most weapons that I'll showcase will have no trouble getting you to between round 40 to 50 solely with the weapon, this can still take down zombies at the health cap of round 55 very, very easily due to that insane damage and fire rate. The only downside to this weapon is that you will run out of ammo with it fairly quickly, as you'll be constantly firing the 180 rounds that you get between the two pistols per magazine. But combined with the right attachments and the correct augments, you can make this thing an absolute monster. So jumping into the loadout, you want to run this with the monolithic suppressor muzzle, assault grip rear grip, the Akimbo Strider 22 stock, steady aim laser, and the 3-round burst mod as your fire mod, but applying it won't allow you to put on an optic, a barrel, or a magazine, so just bear that in mind. Jumping into the perk augments to make this weapon as lethal as possible, you want to start with depth perception and make sure you're running the critical eye major augment. This allows a small chance of a body shot becoming a critical shot, which is going to happen when using these pistols as you cannot ADS. The Deadshot Daiquiri dead first deals double crit damage if an enemy is at full health, which you're going to have a lot against zombies in the higher rounds, and then Dead Draw to reduce the hit fire spread, making the pistols more accurate. And then finally for double tap, double standard is the major you want to run gun where all non-critical shots do double damage, making them even more potent for higher rounds. You want to combine this with double time to increase that fire rate bonus. Season 4 brought the iconic Olympia shotgun back, and it is easily one of the best weapons in the game, dealing incredible damage despite the slower fire rate when compared to other shotguns like the Maelstrom. When pack-a-punched, it gets a unique ability of Dragon's Breath, which can be combined with any other ammo mod in the game to inflict fire damage and whatever damage mod you choose. And this thing is just so incredible for taking out specials, including Manglers, where you can literally one-shot them if you shoot them in the cannon past round 50. It absolutely deletes any elite zombie you throw at it, such as the Mangler and the Abomination in the Liberty Falls boss fight. It absolutely destroys Patient 13 despite only having 4 shots per magazine, making this boss fight extremely easy. If you paired this with something like stock option or free fire, you'll have infinite ammo, so you can continuously shoot past that 4-round magazine cap. However, with the correct perk augment combination, you can bypass this and get 9 to 10 shots per magazine that I'll go into in a moment. Up against the Guardian, it is absolutely incredible damage-wise, and again, if paired with stock option or free fire, will allow you to two-phase this boss, which is almost impossible with every other weapon in the game, especially if you're playing solo. A great example of how disgusting this shotgun is in this final phase here of the Guardian, where as you can see, despite having 4 shots in a magazine, with the correct augment combo, my ammo is simply not depleting, and I easily managed to put about 8 or 9 shots in, dealing the killer blow before I needed a reload. On the tomb, this drops the Sentinel artifacted elite zombies quicker than any weapon that I've used in the game so far. It is absolutely insane. Because this is a special weapon, there is only 2 attachments that can be applied, being a barrel and a stock. I recommend you don't apply the short barrel and only apply the cut off stock. But for the near infinite ammo clips, you want to run the critical eye major augment on depth perception, dead again for dead shot daiquiri, as well as dead draw to reduce hip fire spread, double standard on double tap, as well as the double play minor augment, where killing 2 enemies in quick succession will have a chance to return 2 rounds to your magazine. Without doubt, one of the best assault rifles in Black Ops 6 Zombies period is the AS Vow. This thing was amazing at the launch of the game, and throughout the seasons it's just demonstrated its power more and more with every season. It is without doubt the strongest assault rifle in the category, and even on rounds 40 plus, it has no trouble taking down zombies and boss zombies thanks to that extremely fast fire rate. Paired with double tap, this thing is just a monster. A lot of the time, this can be bought straight off the wall inside of zombies maps, so if you're struggling with a weapon that you've got and just want to rely on something which is amazing, then the AS Vow is a solid choice. It's really good in all boss fights, especially in the Z-Rex one on Shattered Veil. The only downsides is because it has such a fast fire rate paired with double tap, you'll be running through ammo extremely quickly, as you can have a max of 135 rounds in a magazine, but is easily one of the best ARs in the game. So jumping into the attachments, you want to run it with the Kepler Microflex, suppressed long barrel, range of 4 grip, extended mag 3, ergonomic grip, combat stock, steady aim laser, and rapid fire. But another incredible AR is the CR56A Max, which was added in Season 3. Later into the season, there was an attachment that was added that allowed you to shoot it in single fire, but it was easily one of the highest damage ARs on a per bullet basis, being able to 1 to 2 tap zombies on round 55. The damage from this was utterly insane. This attachment makes the weapon a lot stronger than it would be in fully auto. Of course, there are some major trade-offs to this benefit, but in certain scenarios where you can easily use a single fire version of the AMAX, you're going to have an incredible time taking out zombies, bosses, and elites with no trouble at all. Personally, wouldn't recommend this build for boss fights because boss fights really benefit from a weapon that shoots very quickly. Because this is a single fire, only your trigger finger is going to be able to shoot this weapon as quickly as possible, where it just doesn't put in quite as much damage quick enough as you'd want. But if you're looking for a weapon that can guarantee to 1 to 2 tap zombies past round 55 plus, this is one of the strongest weapons in the game. Jumping into the meta loadout, you want to run this with the Kepler Microflex, Compensator Muzzle, CHF Barrel, Vertical Foregrip, M6710R Mags for that single fire damage increase, Infiltrator Stock, Strelok Laser, and Rapid Fire. A surprising new addition to the top 10 best weapons in Black Ops 6 Zombies is the brand new Essex Model 7 that was just added with the Ballerina event. This lever action marksman rifle was one of the worst weapons in Black Ops 4 Zombies, but now it's back in in Black Ops 6 Zombies, when it's fully maxed out, it is able to do 64,000 critical damage to a zombie on the first headshot with Deadshot Daiquiri and double tap. This feels like a sniper rifle, and it has the damage of one, yet it is so mobile that you can just quickly snap at heads or even just hip fire and you'll be taking out zombies with no trouble whatsoever. In the Liberty Falls boss fight, this dropped the elites so quick, and with Manglers, once their helmets popped, you can almost wand if not two tap them at any round, and you can hit an Abomination's first mount for 124k with double tap and Deadshot. It is actually really crazy how powerful this weapon is. Jumping into loadout, you want to run this with the Suppressor Muzzle, CHF Barrel, Precision Handguard, Extended Mag 2, Commando Lever, Light Stock, Steady Aim Laser, and Rapid Fire. A really underrated weapon in Black Ops 6 Zombies is the D13 Sector. This thing is one of the most disgusting boss fight killers I've ever seen, where up against Patient 13, it does 54,000 damage per shot, deleting Patient 13 in a matter of seconds before you've even finished a clip of ammo. Even to round 30, 40 onwards, it can one-shot Manglers, it can take out zombies with absolute ease, and it's just one of the easiest weapons to use if you're trying to complete a boss fight in this game. Testing it out in the Liberty Falls boss fight as well, it almost one-shotted the Elite Abomination in the fight, taking it down to about 1% health, which is just insane. Sniper rifles are incredibly strong in Black Ops 6 Zombies, and the AMR Mod 4 is still the king of the snipers in Black Ops 6. Testing against round 45 zombies, this thing can insta-kill any zombie with 40k crit damage, and it has a disgusting damage per second rate as it has such a fast fire rate. You can put down all 16 of its bullets super quick. Because it only has 16 bullets in a magazine, you will be reloading very frequently, but this thing is extremely strong. And up until Season 4, it was regarded as one of the best weapons in the game, period, especially when taking it in for boss fights. Up against the Z-Rex, this can pump some insane damage where it can do 11,000 damage from any distance in the arena, which is exactly half of the max critical damage possible against his boss that you can do to any of his non-critical points. This is extremely potent when paired with double tap, as well as Deadshot Daiquiri and Death Perception, where you have a major augment that has a chance for non-crit damage to become critical, making this even better to use where you don't necessarily have to always be shooting at the head. The only downside is it just doesn't have an amazing amount of ammo, so use it sparingly. Jumping into the loadout, I run this with the Kevlar Microflex, Muzzle Brake, Reinforced Barrel, Marksman Pad, Extended Mag 2, Quick Draw Grip, Light Riser, and the Rapid Fire Mod. And the final weapon in this video is the Sirin. This is a really unique weapon because it is a special weapon that feels a bit like an AR and SMG all combined into one, where somehow it just has insane amounts of damage, being able to just tread into zombies all the way up to round 40 plus with absolute ease. The weapon is just so unusual in the fact that it just has such high damage considering how small and compact it is. It also has amazing damage when taken into boss fights like the Z-Rex on Shattered Veil. The only downside to this weapon is that you can only have 80 rounds per magazine at the max, which isn't a lot of ammo considering you could run an assault rifle, an LMG or something like that just has a lot more rounds per reload. However, this thing is just so mobile and it's just so strong that you can almost forget that entirely. There aren't a lot of attachments you can unlock for this, so you can get the meta on it pretty easily, being the Iron Sight Optic, Suppressor Muzzle, Long Barrel, Vertical Foregrip, and Extended Mag 1. Now, there are a lot of other weapons that were almost good enough to make this list, but this is the top 10 best weapons. If you guys have any other suggestions on weapons that weren't in this video, let me and the community know inside of the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found it useful, and catch you for another video soon.